What's up, party people? It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote, and maybe you can have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. The people need to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Let me entertain you. Today on the program, speaking of entertainment, I have the Nite Ryder. Oh, yeah. You remember the Nite Ryder? About 3 years ago, we chit-chatted. That man has had a hard knock life, but he has come through on the other side with Duces Wild Entertainment, and he's been just hit after hit after hit, just rapping his life, rapping about his life and his experiences, and it's grooves, man, that you could just chill to and have a good time with, man. You know, if you're at a backyard party, if you're just driving, cruising down the street, you're going to want to listen to some Nite Ryder, some Nite Ryder rapping, Nite Ryder hip hop from Duces Wild Entertainment. But we're going to talk a little in the next few minutes, so stick around. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. We're catching up with the Nite Ryder. This week's shows, let's see. I have four public shows this week for your entertainment value. On Wednesday night, I'm at the Mally's Entertainment in Conway, Arkansas. That's right. The big, I don't know, it's like 50,000 square feet of nothing but good times. They got a full bowling alley. They got video games, escape room, laser tag, pool tables, bars. They got 2 bars. They got a kitchen with some good food. Always a good time. But Wednesday night is ladies' night, and I'm on the big stage playing the tunes just for you, to get you grooving, to get your butt moving, your body moving. And I'm so excited to be at Mally's every Wednesday night. And then on Thursday night, I'm back at Mally's Entertainment in Conway, Arkansas. This time, you get to share the big stage with me with the video dance party karaoke jam. I said karaoke. You're the stars of the show. They have a great sound system and will make you sound like you're in a concert, okay? It's a little concert starring each and every one of you. So come on out to Mally's Entertainment on Wednesday night from 6 to 9 and Thursday night also from 6 to 9. And then on Friday night, oh my goodness, I've been doing this place on and off for about 20 years now. It's the Rab in Conway, Arkansas, the video dance party karaoke jam on Friday nights. From 8 p.m. until 12:30 in the AM. They got a full bar. The kitchen's open. Good food. Good people. They got 10 diamond-style pool tables at the Rab. So if you want to... plus they have a pool tournament on Friday nights. So if you want to try your hand at playing pool and possibly make some money while you're doing it, come on out to the Rab, Conway, Arkansas on Friday night. And then on Saturday, about once a month, I've been at the Choctaw VFW in Choctaw, Arkansas, real close to Clinton, Arkansas, a little bit further north of Conway, and a little north of Damascus. So come on out there. They have a huge, big, giant room. Good people. They got pool tables. They got a full bar. They got some good food and the gigantic dance floor. And of course, they got me with the video dance party karaoke jam on Saturday night from 9 p.m. until 1 in the AM. So we go all the way into Sunday in the morning, okay, at the Choctaw VFW on Saturday night. So 4 places that you can hang out with me this week. All right, that's enough intro. Let's get into it with the Nite Ryder of Duces Wild Entertainment. I got him on Skype, so if you're listening to the audio version, check out the video version on my YouTube, youtube.com/user/KeysDAN. Skyping the Nite Ryder now. Oh, man, you're like a professional. Look at him. Look at him. Would you just look at him? No, really, look at him. No, dude, Nite Ryder, man, it's been what, 3 years since we talked the last time? What's been happening?
Yeah. Hey man, I had a long 3 year wait, long 3 years. I had a lot of legal stuff I had to take care of, so I wasn't recording for like 2 years straight. I wasn't putting no music out for like 2 years straight because I
Well,
had legal problems to take care of. Which the legal problems ain't had nothing to do with me, for real, for real,
all
for real,
right.
for real.
Well, it sounds like you got involved in something that you probably didn't even want to be a part of.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. But stuff happens for a reason,
Yep.
and I see the reason why it happened. So I'm not mad. But back then I was, because it stopped me from doing a lot of stuff. It actually put a halt on my music. Like, I couldn't do nothing.
Well, that explains a lot, man, because I'm looking at your YouTube and I see that there's things that you have put up over the last few weeks, but there was a little bit of a break between those last few weeks and 3 years ago. I mean, but, shoot, notwithstanding, hopefully all that is starting to settle and the Deuces Wild is starting to get back into shape. I mean, tell me.
All that's behind me now, so I ain't worrying about that no more. All that's behind me. All that stuff over and done with. You know what I'm saying? I took care of all of it. It's over and done with. I ain't got to worry about no jail time. I ain't got to worry about none of that.
Nice.
Because like I said, I had nothing to do with it.
Well, I mean, it's a whole new situation, especially today. Today is very auspicious. I usually don't like to date these things, but there's a whole new thing happening on this particular day. Good or bad, it's something different. Whether if change happens, no matter if you want it or not. And it's going to happen, man. Well, you're important to someone, man, and that's a good thing. It's nice to have friends. It's nice to have clients. It's nice to have acquaintances. It's nice to have collaborators. And Nite Ryder, you have all of that, man. Deuces Wild.
Yeah, I do. I can't be, too mad about it, but.
Well, tell me, how's life in Philadelphia, PA? Are you still hanging out there, or did you find yourself someplace else?
No, I'm still in Philly. Philly is Philly. Philly always gonna be Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, regardless if you here or not, Philly gonna be Philly.
Well, I know that when we were talking last time, you had an upbringing that probably wasn't the easiest on a certain person. And I encourage anyone who hasn't listened to the first episode of Nite Ryder on the What Makes You Famous podcast, take a listen to that. You grew up hard. You grew up, in difficult times, but you came through that, man. You found a niche. You found a way to groove. And most of your raps are grooving, man. That's the kind of, like driving music. You want to sit, you want to chill. You can listen to the Nite Ryder, having him on while you're driving, while you're at your backyard party, while you're just chilling, having a few brews with your boys, with your friends, having a barbecue. And that's good times having Nite Ryder in the background. I mean, you got the beats, you got the skills to pay the bills. But in those 3 years, you've had some downsets. You've already hinted that there was some legal problems here, but hopefully that's all behind you. But tell me, what's happening in the here and now?
Right now, all that's behind me. I ain't even worrying about none of that stuff. But in the air now, there's a lot in the air right now. The air is thick over here right now.
I want to hear all about it, man. We got some time.
I just dropped a mixtape and a single within the past month.
Well, a mixtape now is different from a mixtape when I was coming up, in the 80s, way back in the 1900s. You would actually record on a tape, a cassette tape, a metal piece of plastic, or a piece of plastic with metallics on it. But now a mixtape
Right.
is what? You put it on Spotify, you put it on SoundCloud, you put it out where do you find a mixtape?
You can find it on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
All streaming platforms. Like, it ain't a platform that is not on. The Return of Volume 1, you know, and it's named that because my last mixtape that I was working on years ago, whatever, it was called The Storm. So I stopped messing with the storms, and so I said I'm gonna bring it back, and I brought it back. That's why it's called The Return of the Storm, because it was the storm in the beginning. Now it's the return of the storm.
I see that. That's the cover art. It says Deuces Wild Entertainment presents Nite Ryder, The Return of the Storm, Volume 1. Okay, so this is your first volume. I know that you had some music before, and that was, a lot of music. Well, I guess it was called It's Hot, and you had, Standing on Biz, Getting It, Living My Life. Where are you recording all this? What's that?
No. Would you say why I'm recording all this stuff at?
Well, tell me what you were going to say, and then you could let me know where you're recording it all.
It's Hot. It's Hot just came out probably like a week or two before The Return of the Storm. Where I'm recording all this stuff at is where I'm sitting at right now. Where I'm sitting at is where I record at.
The man is self-sufficient. I mean, what kind of gear are you using to come out with this fresh stuff? Because it sounds pretty professional for someone that's recording it raw. And I know that we discussed that too, that your recordings are pretty much raw, maybe one take, maybe two takes, and you put them out to the world. It takes a lot of courage to do something like that.
Yeah. It took me a long time to like really go on my own and do my own thing, meaning make my own beats, sit back and just go ahead and build my own studio, stuff like that. But all that time that I took, it helped. Being in other people's studios, I was able to see what they was doing, how they was, engineering, stuff like that. But I always had a sound for music because it's blood. My dad was a bass player. Yeah. And he played the little drums, the bongo drums and all that. Yeah. So I used to be there with him. And my first instrument ever bought was drums. And then I moved on to a flute. I do know how to play a flute a little bit. So I got an ear for music now. I create my own beats. Yeah.
What kind of equipment what kind of equipment do you use to create? Is it FL Studio? Is it Fruity Loops or what? Oh, you got a MIDI track. You like MIDI. You're playing your own music. You're actually playing music. It's not pre-made loops. Fantastic, man. Well, tell me, what kind of gear was that? What kind of equipment was that? That way we can get with the gearheads.
That's the ACOG MPK Mini. It been out for about a couple years. I'm about to upgrade and get something different. I'm using FL Studios.
I mean, that all costs money, though. You're talking about, people get different kinds of education. And some people can get education at the University of Phoenix, like you have had some of that. And then some people can get an education by going to different studios and observing the engineers and seeing what's happening there. And that's how you get even further into your education. You learn by doing.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of studios. I worked underneath for a lot of engineers, and they never known that I was observing what they was doing. Ever, asked them how this work or how that. No, I just sat there and watched as they was mixing. I'm looking over their shoulder, stuff like that. Okay, all right, boom. Then I see how it come out, and when they play it, oh, all right, it's simple. It's really simple, for real, for real. It's simple, but you got to have an ear for music. You don't have an ear for music, it's gonna be a problem.
Well, when I was younger and I was first learning how to be a DJ, and I was first on the ones and twos, I had my Techniques 1200s. I was learning and I was pretty intimidated by someone looking over my shoulder. But once you get to a certain level, if you have an engineer that's been doing it for 10 years or more, they won't mind if a Nite Ryder comes in and kind of observes and learns a little bit, because once you get to a certain level, you need to be teaching the next generation. Okay, and I know that you've had
pretty much
some time under your belt to do the rhymes.
I'm actually working with an artist right now. I've been recording the last 2 days. You know, I knew him for some years and whatnot, but he wasn't driven.
Got it.
You know, like I'm driven.
Yeah.
He wasn't driven. He ain't had that drive. So, and then he's looking for the easy way out. There's no easy way out in music. You can't take no easy route, you know, because the easy route ain't going to get you nowhere, because you're not going to get the production you're looking for.
Yeah, it's a music business. People got to know that there's a business to it, and people are going to rob you blind if you don't know the business. If you don't have a little bit of education, some kind of economic education, people are going to offer you a $5,000 bonus to sign on the dotted line, and you're not going to know, oh, I need to pay that $5,000 back. I need to pay all that money that you came up front with me, and you got to pay it all back. But it's cool that you've gotten to this level, and now you're helping out the next generation. Okay. But once even you, that you get to a certain level, to get to the next level, you might need an engineer. You might need a studio. You might need to collaborate with someone. And I see that you work well with others. You've done stuff on your own, but you can work with other people. But tell me about this new artist that's coming up. Maybe you can give him a shout out and get him a little further up the ladder.
If you're not driven, I'm not going to mess with you too much. Because now you're wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? So, and my time, I'm always doing something with my time, productive, especially when I'm right here, when I'm sitting at this desk, it's productive. You know what I'm saying? Productive. Trust me. I would sit here and rack my brain for hours, but after I'm done, something productive came out of it.
Well, that's the trouble with working on your own. And if you don't have an agent, if you don't have a manager, if you don't have a team, you got to do it all on your own. And you end up, sometimes you could work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and not have any downtime. You have to develop a way, and it's really hard to do. You have to develop a way to where, okay, I'm only working 7 to 5, Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends, I'm doing my gigs at night. You know, Friday nights, Saturday nights, maybe even a Thursday night, or maybe even an open mic on a Wednesday night. I mean, but tell me about, how do you balance work life and home life?
All right. Well, I'm always at home. That's the one thing.
Yeah.
I'm always at home. 24/7 at home. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my child, my daughter. That's when I was pointing this way.
I saw
earlier. I was telling her to leave because she was about to ask me something. She pretty much being newsy and whatnot. I wanted to see what I'm doing because I had to go get the phone because I was going to do it on my laptop, and I got too much stuff up, and I got to take stuff down. So I just went and got the phone from her real fast to do it.
Right.
So, but you right about you need a team and everything. I did a lot of things on my own for a lot of years, but I'm not by myself.
Okay. Well, I mean, sometimes it's easier and you're more mobile if you can go on your own. You take your microphone and you go from place to place. And you got a club and you say, put this CD on, or give them a thumb drive, DJ, drop this beat, and then you can go do a show on the street.
Yeah, I did shows and all that. for the most part. I did a lot of shows. Got plenty of shows underneath my belt. Plenty of shows. And the reason why I ain't doing shows right now, because I ain't ready to do shows right now. You know, I'm still working on my craft. You know what I'm saying? My craft, my sound. You know what I'm saying? Volume 2 is going to be a whole different sound than Volume 1. Trust me, way better. I'm already 7 songs in on that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, with the music business, you know, I tell people often that the money can be good, but the work is not steady. It's always a hustle. Okay, look, I make decent money when I do a show, but there's some times that I cannot do a show. For example, last week it snowed here and then everything closed up. And tell you what, it snows, you don't get no money in your pocket. That's the problem. You're at the mercy of the weather.
That's true.
It's not like you're working for somebody else and have insurance.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that. You're absolutely right.
I mean, but there's 2 different ways that you could be in the entertainment business. You could be a studio musician. You could make studio albums and have people buy them, 99 cents a song or whatever.
I'll be doing shows. I'm about to be doing shows around the spring, stuff like that. Because right now, I'm on the video side of things.
Nice. I like videos, man. I do video. I'm a video DJ.
Yeah, I do. I'm on the video side of things right now. And when I mean about video side of things, I got a lot of music. I just put 18 songs out on this album. You know what I'm saying? And then I got one loose one. And that loose one is hot. That's on no album. That ain't gonna never touch an album. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna, and not because the song not good or whatnot. It's just how I operate. I give you a single to run with for a little bit, and I ain't giving a single to run with for that. That came out a week or 2 before Volume 1 came out. It's hot, so I ain't giving no time to run with that. So I just went on and dropped Volume 1, The Return of the Storm. So now there's 19 songs that I could play with. See, and I'm about to make all these videos for it.
That is a business mentality. I mean, people even in the podcast business, my podcast will drop Monday and Thursday, or maybe once a week, and it makes people wait for things. Me, I have no idea how to throw these podcasts. I make them, and I want to edit them and put them out as quick as possible. That way, people get an idea of who the Nite Ryder is, what Duces Entertainment is, Duces Wild Entertainment, and should I be holding them back? Should I be saying, no, you're not going to get this right away. You're going to get this in another 2 weeks.
You ain't got to hold it back. You ain't got to hold it back because, right? We said 19 songs, right?
Right.
I got another single coming out March 1st. March 1st.
So you already know in advance you got stuff that's happening in the works. People have to wait till March 1st to get that song. They don't even know what it is. And then you have a whole album that's full, a mixtape full of music. And then you have It's Hot. That's your bonus track. And it's like a super secret bonus track that people have to really maybe even work a little bit to get that.
Not really. They ain't got to work. All they got to do is stream it. All they got to do is stream it. They ain't got to buy it. Just stream it.
Very cool.
I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it because I like making music.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to be heard. I like to be heard. I want to hear people say, "Oh yeah, you XYZ or you not." Then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop doing that. I stopped doing a lot of stuff, but the one thing that I kept doing was making music.
Well, I talk to a lot of artists, and I wonder how they're making money in the music business. Nobody's selling records anymore. They're not selling albums and making $1 an album maybe, and selling 500,000 copies of this and maybe make $500,000. No, nobody's doing that anymore. They make money on merchandise and they make money on live performances, going out and doing shows. Is that what you're doing?
Yep.
Okay.
You already know. Building my fan base right now as we speak. You know, I'm the face, but it's people behind the keyboards. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but I'm the face. So it's stuff happening now.
Well, are you sticking
It's
around
stuff happening now.
mostly in Philadelphia, PA, or are you heading trying to get around the world maybe?
No, no, I gotta get around the world. That's one thing because I got a big fan base overseas. So
Nice.
I got to get over there. I got a crazy fan base overseas. Like, so yeah, pretty much.
Well, whereabouts?
Pretty
Because
much.
I've heard of
That's what
several
it's like.
bands that'll go, I'm not big in America, but I'm huge in Japan or something like that.
Yeah, I can tell you I'm huge at. I got in Africa. I'm kind of big over there.
Well, Africa's a
I
big
got
place.
radio stations
What
over
particular
there that be
countries?
hitting. Yeah, Nigeria. I'm gonna be exact. I'm gonna pull it up. Booyah, where they at? Message.
Yeah, I know you're always making
All right,
moves.
I
Last
got
time we
Canada.
talked about 3 years ago, you were
Yeah,
checking emails.
got,
You couldn't
yeah.
stop. You couldn't stop. You were able to keep one ear to me, but you had your eyes on those emails. You always have to make moves, and
Mhm.
man, just have to find a way.
Got
Have you
to.
found a way to separate
Because
that?
you can't. Yeah, you can't be stagnated. You make no move, you don't eat. You don't make no move, you ain't gonna go nowhere on whatever you do. It ain't even gotta be music. It's whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you love to do, whatever you want to do, or however you want to do it. If you don't make no moves to do it, it ain't gonna get done. So you're gonna be stuck. What you looking for? A handout? Gotta make the move. Gotta
No,
make the move. You know
I
what I'm
can
saying?
appreciate that immensely. But, after 30 years of doing this, I've cut it down to where I check my emails once, maybe twice a day at the very most. Because if not, you can end up being at that computer all day long. And, their family, your friends, your own conscience, your own mind is going to get
Mm-hmm.
wired to where you don't have any downtime. But I hope you get downtime. Is there any time where you can have some fun?
Yeah, I always have fun. Me and my daughter always have fun.
All
Come
right.
on, yeah.
Well, what do you like to do with
It
her?
may look like it may look like I work a lot, but on some real, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it honest with you. Like we go to Chuck E. Cheese, Sesame Place, stuff like that. We move around. We don't sit still. You know,
Well, it's
we only
pretty.
sit still in the winter time, and we only sit still in the winter time because it's cold. It's
Yeah.
cold. She gets sick. She gets sick quick. So
Well, it's pretty advantageous that you work from home, and that's a
yeah,
great thing.
yeah,
Is you could bide your time to where you could take a little time out. You could break off a little piece of time to go to Chuck E. Cheese. I appreciate that so much, man, because the children only have one childhood, and you had a rough
yeah,
one.
man.
You want to give her a good one.
Yeah, pretty much I do. You know what I'm saying?
That's excellent, man.
Especially on the father side of things. Now on the mom side of things it was different.
Yes,
My
sir.
mom, she made sure my dad didn't,
Yes,
so
sir. Yes, sir. Well, I mean,
um,
you already showed me you got the MIDI. What kind of microphone you using?
RCM Pro.
RCM Pro. Fantastic. Oh, okay. I've seen that before where it's like a big setup to where it has soundproofing behind it and it gets all the sound right to you. Oh, that's fantastic. I like that. I like that setup, man. You can get some good sound out of that. And I would think that you are producing something slightly better than a demo that you would, maybe it's not as big as something maybe Sony Records or Columbia Records can do, but it's something slightly better than a demo because you've taken the time to get good equipment, right?
Got to. Can't have nothing bad. It was bad, boy.
I mean, I've seen people where they just record themselves on their phone and put it right out on SoundCloud, and you end up being a SoundCloud rapper, SoundCloud DJ, and it sounds terrible.
No, I got SoundCloud. I got music on SoundCloud.
Yeah, but you have good music.
But I got old music. I got old music. Some of that music on SoundCloud back that I recorded back in the day, I did that in the closet. Brutal.
Hey man, some people record some good stuff in a closet. Yeah, some people do record some good things in a closet. Even clothes in a closet, they help you to block out that sound, get that echo out.
But see, I moved this. I wasn't in this room right here. This room right here that I'm in.
Yeah.
I wasn't in this room. I was in the middle room. I was closed in. So everything was condensed. This is a little bigger room. I don't really record in this room too much because I got enough music that I could just kick out. So I just make my beats, you know what I'm saying, and come back to record. This I'm gonna be moving to the back, you know, and booth and all that stuff because I am gonna put my booth in there. And that's probably been like in the next 3 months or whatnot because I'm still doing little tedious work around the crib. But in the meantime, I got songs to play with.
Well, it's nice, Mr. Nite Ryder. You got space. You got space to move around in. You know, you can, if it doesn't sound right here, you're going to make it sound right in a different part of your dwelling, of your establishment. And that's fantastic. That's good. You care.
No, I know it's I don't sound right here. I know I don't sound right here. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I was in the middle. You don't hear nothing.
Yeah.
Then I go in the back. You really don't hear nothing, but I'm in the front for right now because I'm doing work in the back. And I just got my dog until I get my backyard together. She got to stay in that back room. So she a puppy, so she's still being trained. So she can't just be around, you know, at the main with it.
Well, it sounds like you've taken some time out and figured out how to make a sound right. I mean, people, basic knowledge is don't have walls that are bare, and carpet helps to catch that sound, helps to soundproof you. Some people put carpet all the way up the walls to get a soundproof room. I mean, I could see that you're in a room that's kind of bare in the back, so it might have a little bit of echo.
No, it got air. It got air. I don't soundproof it. None. I ain't proof this room. The middle room though, I got pictures of it. That joint proof. I got a video of it. That proof. That's where a lot of that sound came from. The middle room.
Yep.
The middle room was and it's still proof. My daughter just in the middle room right now. The floor proof. I soundproof the floor.
Yep.
And the phone up on the walls all the way around, the lights around. Like that was my studio for a whole year in there. And that's where all that music came from. A couple of these songs now, Volume 2 came from out this room. This room right here.
Well, like we said, we already established that even if it's not soundproofed, you've already taken the time and the expense to buy a microphone that has soundproofing around it. That's going to help you to capture that sound and only the sound that you want to come into that microphone. Now, when you're working on your computer, what kind of software are you recording on?
FL.
Oh, so FL Studio has recording capabilities? Because I used to use Fruity Loops, which is what it was before, and I don't remember that it had recording capabilities. I had to record on a different, like Cool Edit or Adobe Audition, which is what I'm doing behind me here with the sound.
I use And it's the funny part, what I'm about to tell you, right? I use FL Studio Mobile, so I could take it with me and do whatever I want to do anytime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nice. See, man,
Everything.
it has come a long way because, you know, you can do, you being a musician, you being able to play the flute and actually know how to read music, you're already a step ahead of so many people. There's so many guitarists, so many professional musicians don't know how to read music, don't know the theory of chord progression. But you already have that with your dad teaching you a little bit of bass, a little bit of bongos, learning some flute. You know that theory behind it. So you know how chords are supposed to go up to make you feel good. They're supposed to go down to make you feel low, and even out. Man, your music is just, I listened to it today and I was kind of, okay, it's all got a groove, but that's part one. Part two, give me a little taste of what's going to be happening. Is it going to be more upbeat? Is it going to be more Flo Rida? I mean, is it going to be more Jay-Z? Where is it going to land in the popular culture right now?
I got my own style.
Ah.
See, that's the crazy part. I don't got nobody's style. I got mine. They got to copy me.
Yeah, but people have influence. People have their favorite bands that they like to emulate. That whether you think you're copying them or not, you think about them.
No, I got a lot of old artists that I like. You know what I'm saying, that I used to listen to. But the thing is, I never took their style. I never took nobody's style. I listened to Nas a lot when I was younger. I listened to Mobb Deep a lot when I was younger. I listened to Jay-Z when I got a little older, State Prop and all that. I listened to DMX.
Okay, now that's a little peppier. That's a little poppier. Okay, but the first three that you had were kind of grooving. I could see that influence. I could see that backyard just kind of chilling party. But then, DMX, he does that party up in here. I see where, that's where it explodes. And then Flo Rida takes it on a dance level. And then my favorite is Heavy D. Heavy D takes it on a Jamaican level, or a dancing level.
But see, I make all type. I talk about a lot of stuff. I just don't talk about. Well, I talk about getting money, because that's what a person do.
Right.
You got to get money. So I talk about it a lot, but I do, my money I put back into so I can stay afloat. When you don't put back into and you take away when you ain't ready to be established and do what you do, you going to drown. So you got to put back. So I put back, that 3-year layoff, it really was like a 2.5-year layoff that I had. I spent a lot of money. And I'm not just talking about a couple thousand and stuff like that. No, I spent a lot of money. I dug deep, spending money.
Well, and that's the best thing to rap about, is something that is close to your heart. If you were independently wealthy, you wouldn't worry about money. You'd be talking about shoes and cars and other things, or whatever it is that delights you if you want to go to the islands. But if you have just a moderate amount of money, then that's what you're going to be talking about. You're going to be talking about the streets. You're going to be talking about, people drinking and drugging, people having a good time, trying to forget their problems.
I talk about everything, my lifestyle. It's getting ready to get crazy, because when the summer and the spring hit, right, that's when I'm gonna turn all the way up. Right now, and I'm chilling. I'm just making music, building my fan base. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I'm here. I'm the face, but it's something behind the keys. You know what I'm saying? That background, you don't know what goes on behind doors closed, and all that stuff. Like my and everything. I'm looking as I'm talking, having this interview and conversation with you and
Uh-huh.
whatnot. Everything's in front of me. That's why my eyes going up and down, up and down. I'm over here reading stats and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's what happened last time we talked. You had the computer to the left of you or the right of you, and I saw your eyes would go that way. Your eyes would go that way. Well, I'm looking here. I'm looking at the time we got, but I'm looking also at Duces Wild Entertainment. Tell me, being the CEO of an entertainment company, a conglomerate, a business that could, not just help yourself, but it could also help other artists. You're already recording other artists. Tell me what you see for the future of Duces Wild Entertainment. And why did you call it Duces Wild anyway?
the reason why it's called Deuces Wild is that's because when I was younger, I'm from 22nd Street, 22nd and area.
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, we used to call each other deuces. You know what I'm saying? Deuces Wild, the wild card. The deuce is the wild card. So we was the wild card. And I know I was the wild card, really the wild card. Out the bunch. I was the, you know what I'm saying? Like the wild card. So that's why it's called Deuces Wild.
Well, when I
And
think of Deuces, I think of chucking the deuces, giving a peace sign, or I think of Deuces being like the second.
That's part of it too. You know what I'm saying? It's a handshake in it and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or if you had a son that you named exactly the same as you, instead of being the second, you can call him Deuce, be the second. That's where I think. That's what I'm thinking of.
I do got a son though. I do got a son, but nah. That's the reason why I stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But I really run off of me, Nite Ryder. Deuces Wild is just the stamp, the label.
Well, I like it. It's a brand that you're building. It's the Nite Ryder. And he is the CEO of Duces Wild, Duces Wild, not spelled any other way that you would spell Deuces. It's spelled a different kind of way, Deuces. I'm not even sure. I don't think that's the typical spelling of Deuces, correct?
It's not.
That makes it easier to brand.
You know what I'm saying? It's not. That's the thing.
Well, all right.
But it do say do.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I understand what it's saying. All right. Well, I mean, you already told me that there's music coming out. There's music out there. What do you want from your fan base? What do you want from the people that are listening to this podcast? Do you when you want them to contact you, collaborate with you? Do you want them to ask you to come and do a show, maybe a festival? What's on the horizon for Nite Ryder?
On the horizon for me is just, sticking to the basics. Shows, everything that comes along with it. But I'm not in no rush and no hurry to step out.
Well, you got flow. You got good rhythm, and people will. I mean, if they go to a show, if they get up out of their house to go see a show that features Nite Ryder, and you might not even be the headliner. It might be a festival that has several people.
I don't worry about being a headliner.
Right.
That's the one thing I don't worry about that. I did shows before. I've been down Atlanta. I've been in New York. I did shows. I just laid back off of them for a little bit because, the game changes. It get funny. The music changes. The game changes. The people changes. So I lay back and see what goes on, in the industry and how they operate and function with those in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So yeah, yeah. So, but
Well,
right now it's like
yeah.
it's all green light for me right now. I don't even care no more. I'm just letting it all go because I know for sure. I know for sure. Especially when I start back recording. I'm 7 songs in on volume 2 already, and I start back recording. I might give them another 18, and that'll drop this year,
That is
going
a
into
lot
next year.
of work, man. And I know that we talked about your work ethic last time as well, 3 years ago. And that work ethic just stays strong. Yeah, you had a couple of hiccups here and there with the legalities that you talked about already in the beginning, but the work ethic is still there. You keep working. You already said within the next year, you're going to have 18 more tracks. That's already in the plan. That is crazy. That is a crazy amount of output for one person to have.
18, 18, and the thing about this 18, right? It's going to be a lot different than volume 1.
Yeah.
See, I'm straight. I'm straight through volume 1, straight through. When I say I'm straight through, I'm straight through it. Volume 2, I'm not going to be straight through it. It's going to be different.
Yeah,
I
you don't
told
have
you.
limits. You don't set limits for yourself.
I've been recording with somebody for the last 2 days.
Well, who's that
I let
somebody?
him get it. Jeff. I've been recording with him for the last 2 days. He came over yesterday and the day before. I made him a beat. I think it was Monday of
Yep.
last week. I told him to come up with a song for that beat. He came up with the hook. I listened to the hook.
Nice.
The hook was good. So I said, all right, we're going to record you right now. I recorded him.
And you got something to
Played
build
a
off
verse.
of.
Hmm?
You have something that you could build off of.
Yeah. Yeah. So I got the verse. The verse is done. The hook and verse is done. Now I'm gonna lay my verse, you know.
So
But
now when they
it's
build
his
that
song.
record, when you build that album out, that record, it's going to be the Nite Ryder and Jeff.
Yeah. No, it's his song. Jeff and Nite Ryder.
So it's going to be Jeff featuring the Nite Ryder.
Yeah, I'm giving him the song
I like
and the
that.
beat.
That's
I'm
very
giving him
generous of you, man. That's generous that you have the ability to step back and be a part of the song rather than take over the song. And that shows a generosity with your time and your efforts and your skills for that matter. That's a good thing, man.
Yeah. The song is hot though. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it's done. I just gotta do a little couple fixing of the vocals and stuff like that. But it's done. It's hot. I told him what to do with it.
Yep.
Because he ain't know what to do with it in the beginning when I gave him the beat. So when he came to the studio and I heard the hook was good, but he was stiff with it. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, no, nigga, put some swag in that joint. Swag it out. That's what I told him. Swag that joint out. And he was like, huh? So I said, I made the beat, so I know how it go. Whoever makes the beat know how they beat go. And plus, when I made the beat for him, I had already made a song. That's the way I make my beats.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm making the beat for him. I'm making a song with the beat already. And I told him that. I said, dog, I already got a song for that beat, and I just made it for you just now. And that's when I gave it to him Monday.
Yeah.
So when he came over, and then I said the song, half of it to him, it's not. He was like, oh, I said, yeah, like that. Swag it. He swagged it. It's nice.
Yeah, then it becomes a collaborative effort. It's not like He's bringing all of it, or you're bringing all of it. You're bringing an editor, an engineer.
I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want to. No, I don't want nothing to do with it. That's why I gave it to him. And I'm not saying that because he trash. He not.
No.
He good. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to push him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jeff can come at you real good, but you can make him that much better. Maybe different I'm with your experience.
I'm just going to push. Yeah, I'm just going to push him. You know, this first one, he gonna have to work on his own. This is why I'm giving it to him. I'm not giving it to him for nothing. Yeah, right. It's his song. I don't want nothing to do with it. But this the catch. Show me that you're going to drive with this. And what I mean about that, show me that you're going to try to make a move with it. Get it out there. You know, put some type of effort in it. Don't sit back and sit on it until I just got a song and see if I'm going to push it out and kick out my money and put into it.
Yeah.
No, show me if you're going to put your own money into it. Once you show me you're going to put your own money into it, okay, I got you. Now we working. It ain't about the money with me. I want to see if you got the drive for it.
Well, that's the saying that you grow up with, to put your money where your mouth is. Okay, if you really want this, you got to step out and do it, man. But you know, it's gonna at least be, Jeff, produced by Duces Wild Entertainment.
Yeah. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be that. But it's his song, though.
Of course. You're just fleshing out. He brought you something. You're just gonna make it bigger, better. You know, the best thing it could be.
That's all. That's all I'm gonna do for him. And he showed me that he gonna drive with it. I got him.
Well, good. Good. That sounds like the next generation's coming out.
I told him that because I know my drive is crazy, and I know how my fan base is, and I know once I start kicking out the videos and go get my passport and everything straight and shoot overseas, yeah.
Well,
it's about, yeah, because my fan base over there is something stupid, and I ain't even just talking about Africa, Nigeria, and all that. I know, you know, I'm in Spain.
Nite Ryder, you're taking it all over the world.
Nobody can go in Ukraine right now, but Ukraine heavy before the war. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I got a crazy fan base over there, John. Like,
well, you've heard it your whole life. Music is universal. It's not. Yeah. It's a common language. Yeah. You know, people listen to a tune, they're gonna go, "Oh yeah, I can groove to that," and it's gonna be different types of people. You know, you think about the right and the left. No, everybody grooves to the same kind of music. You know, you never know what's gonna bring people together. And maybe it's the Nite Ryder. Maybe you're gonna bring world peace. Maybe that's possible. Am I putting too much on your shoulders? Maybe a little bit.
Maybe, but who knows? You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
All right, so you got no shows that the public can see on the books right now. But where do people find you?
Not at this point. Not at this time. But they can find me. They can find me anywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter X, that's what I call it, because it was Twitter.
Yeah.
X, so I call it Twitter X.
Yeah.
Spotify, all streaming platforms.
Well, I'll make sure I put all those links in the show notes so people know where to find the Nite Ryder Duces Wild Entertainment.
No, you ain't got to put the show notes. I'm gonna send you my my website.
Oh, excellent, man. What's the website?
Whatever song I send to you, that's a website. They could just go down and scroll on any streaming platform. It'll be just there, right there. I'm gonna just send you two. That it'll be It's Hot and Volume 1, Return of the Storm. and they can go right on that website and stream from anywhere they feel like.
Well,
So
I'll make sure I put that in the links when I send this out. I appreciate you so much, man. You've already given a couple of shout outs, or at least dropped a few names of people that have helped you along the way, and maybe people that are helping you, that you're helping as well. I mean, but who are you collaborating besides Jeff? Who else is helping you in the world of Duces?
right. Oh, right now, my mom, she do what she do.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
It's good to have family. It really is.
Yeah, she do what she do. But for the most part, me collabing, I have nobody in line.
All right. Hey, it's tough to do it all by yourself, man, but sometimes you got to.
No. I have nobody in line as of now other than Jeff, only because I'm not really recording.
Right.
I'm not really recording. Now, if somebody reach out and want me to record, I would do. But for my work, my projects, I'm not recording right now.
Well, between Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, they can definitely do that.
Yeah, they can definitely do that. I'm marketing my music right now.
Yes, sir.
So that's another reason why I'm not recording, because I got to keep the market right. So I'm marketing my music right now, and all my stats.
All right. Well, let's bring this thing home, man. We've got an idea of where you are now. From 3 years ago, you've just kept working. You've been working, and you.
I got another website where as though they can hold on. Whereas though they can get updates.
Yes, sir.
When I drop new stuff, anything from merch.
What is that website?
UNTD.IO/Nite Ryder.
Well, send me that link for sure. Yeah, send me that link for sure, man.
Yeah, dash in the middle of Nite Ryder.
Yes, sir.
That's a link where if I drop any music or any merch anywhere, you will get alerts and whatnot. That's basically it.
Well, all right, Mr. Nite Ryder. It's been good talking to you. Let's close this thing up. I like to do last words for the people. I want you to give some last words for the people, something to live by, something that you heard a long time ago, or whatever pops into your head at this moment in time. Nite Ryder, give the last words for the people.
Just follow your dreams. That's all. Whatever you like doing, continue doing. But always remember, never look for the handout. Never look for it to do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Accomplish. You'll get a better result. Trust me. But then people want to help you because they see you doing it on your own. That's basically what I got to say. One other thing, I got my pre-save for I Did This, March 1st. It drops. So, in that link that's going to be shared, you can get the pre-save on it, or you can wait for it to drop and get the alert. One of the two. So
Well, there you have it, party people. The Nite Ryder Duces Wild Entertainment. I knew it was going to be good catching up with the Nite Ryder, but man, the man is working. He's got a work ethic. He already said, all right, he's got so many songs already in the books, and he's got enough songs to where he can divvy them out a little at a time, give you little tastes. It's like he can feed you. He can feed you all the way till March. And by March, he says he's going to try to do 18 more songs throughout this year. That is prolific. That is a lot of music for one person to be putting out. All right. That's a tremendous output. My goodness. The Nite Ryder has a work ethic. And it's not just the Nite Ryder. He's got people that he's collaborating with. He's talking about Jeff. And he's talking about even other people that are coming up on the horizon. So it's not only the Nite Ryder. Duces Wild Entertainment is going to be helping the next generation to get there, to get to that next level as well. He's got his own recording studio at his house with some good recording equipment. He's got the ability to play some music, make the beats, not just on FL Studio, but also with MIDI keyboards. And he's got the microphones, he's got the setup, the soundproofing, the ability to make you sound the best you can sound. That's fantastic. Nite Ryder, thank you so much for coming back on the What Makes You Famous podcast and letting us know what's going on in the world of Duces Wild Entertainment out there in Philadelphia, PA, and beyond. I could see you heading off to Nigeria and the Middle East and even further east. But man, nothing but good things, man. And your work ethic is what takes you far. You can't get nothing for nothing. You got to get something for something. You got to work. It's a business, and you know about the business because you've been in this business long enough. Thank you once again, Nite Ryder, for coming on the What Makes You Famous podcast. All right, let's close this episode of What Makes You Famous. Now, if you, yes, you, my loyal listener, if you'd like to tell your story, I encourage you to give me a call, 501-470-6386, or email KeysDAN@AOL.com. That's it for me. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace or deuces. I'm out of here.